Okay, I'm here. We
Hey,
can get
Mike,
started.
did you get everything for the recipe that I didn't get that time?
Yeah, I got everything we
We
needed.
got coconut flakes. I guess we're making coconut flavor and milk. What's I don't know what milk is for, but okay. You get the powdered sugar, the almond flour, all that stuff.
Did you,
What we need those for?
buddy?
And what's she doing here?
She's here to be a guest. You're both guests. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I got the right ingredients. I mean, I got
Smoothie and dweeb.
almond flour.
See, she got stuff. She got the sugar. I see it.
Sugar,
We
sweet
already
in your
we
ass.
separated all those stupid eggs. Effort.
Wait, you started
there.
already?
Yeah. We're doing work because you took so long. Why did you take so long at the store?
Where were you?
Not using my tits to steal co-host spots.
Really? Seriously? I had the right ingredients. I knew what we were doing. Macarons.
Wait, macaroons?
Yes,
I thought we were making
macaroons.
macarons.
Macarons.
I told you. I sent you a text. You could have looked it up. Told you they were little sandwiches.
You told me the wrong thing. How can this be
Yeah.
my
With all the
fault?
resources, you took your sweet time.
Why would we make the little lumps? The little Jewish lumps are shitty. Come on, we're gonna make the little sandwiches. Come on. You should have looked at that for a second and known which one. This is why you're not the host. This is why you're not the co-host.
Known what? Your random
You don't know what's
recipe
gonna look good on
ideas?
the film. Okay? Yeah, go. Okay.
Yeah.
Get.
I think you need to go somewhere.
You know, you lost your privilege again. You did.
What? But
I gotta
I
take it
just
away.
got him back.
You earned it back last time. Maybe you earn it next time you inappropriately just show up at an episode.
No.
No.
No, no, you can't kick me out again.
So,
Damn it.
welcome to Spatula Bachelor. Today we're making macaroons.
Macarons.
You stupid
Alright, we'll get it. Little sandwiches.
Yeah, delicious.
Lots of flavors and pretty colors. This is Chanda, the guest that didn't fuck up today.
Yes.
Fuck up both of you.
So, let's get cooking.
Yay.
Let's get cooking!
To start off, separate out 2 eggs and keep the whites. You can use a variety of methods, but actually I found if you have a tablespoon measuring spoon, it works perfectly, and since they're not very sharp, never breaks the yolk. You can see Shonda passing the egg between the 2 shells, and you can also try and use the water bottle method where you suck up the yolk. Whichever way you decide, set your yolks to the side because you're not going to need them at all for this recipe. You can use them to make custard or an egg wash, or lots of recipes which just require yolks. So if you don't like wasting, you could find a recipe that complements this and requires 2 yolks. Pour your egg whites into a stand mixer with 1/4 cup or 53 grams of white sugar. I'm going to be showing the exact measurements for most of this recipe because apparently macaroons are very fussy and need exact measurement. Whisk the eggs together on medium speed or setting 4 on a KitchenAid for 2 minutes. Then, after 2 minutes, speed it up to 6 and then 8, letting it whisk for 2 minutes on each. What we're trying to get is stiff, foamy peaks from the egg whites. This may take a little bit longer than 2 minutes on each setting, but ramping it up is the most important part. Making sure you get the stiff white peak is also the most important factor in if your macaroons come out immaculately, smooth and with the little feet. But don't worry about that really. This was our first time and you'll see they came out great. Just make sure that when you look for the peaks, you swirl around your whisk, whatever you're using, and hold it straight up. If the peak dips just a little bit, it's still probably not ready. It should basically point straight up. That's when you know it's ready. Once you have your peaks, add in any flavoring and coloring you want to use. We're making some mint chocolate macarons, so we added in a bit of mint extract and green food coloring. For the food coloring, you're definitely going to want to use the gel, because if you use just normal liquid coloring, you run the risk of breaking up your peaks. That's why also if you're going to add in flavor, like we added in the mint extract, just make sure you add in slowly and in little bits, because the liquid might break the peaks, and if you break them, there's not a guarantee that you'll actually be able to get them back, no matter how much you whip. Once you've done all your additives, whisk it on the highest setting for 30 seconds. Clean off your whisk and add in 2/3 of a cup or 71 grams of almond flour. Some recipes call for grinding your own almonds, but I just trust the pre-made flour much more. Then add in 1 cup or 117 grams of confectioner's sugar. Once you've added both of those, we're going to be folding the batter into itself. The best way to describe this is that you want to run your spatula, or whatever you're using, along the rim of your bowl, and then scoop up all the batter and fold it back onto itself. You're going to keep doing that, folding it in and making sure that all the dry ingredients are getting covered and mixed in with the egg whites. You're going to want to start off slow so that the confectioner sugar doesn't go everywhere, and once it's more of a batter consistency, you can just get into a motion of rolling it and folding it back on itself. Most recipes call for the batter to be at a consistency of lava. Now, remember that lava flows badly and not like an actual liquid. It flows in globs very slowly, and that's what we found is the best. Most people, when you just read that, think, oh, just make it go like water, but it's not. It doesn't flow well, and it will never flow well. And if you've made it flow well, you've probably fucked it up. Once your batter is at a lava consistency, spoon it into a pastry bag or a large plastic bag and cut off the end. Now we're going to pipe out our macaroons. You're going to want to cover your baking sheet in parchment paper because you want something completely smooth, which tinfoil won't give you. When you're piping them out, you're going to want to keep your bag close to the baking sheet because you want thin, circular discs of batter. Try and make your disc about 3/4 to 1 inch in size, and when you're done, remember to swirl the bag so that there aren't any peaks on the disc. This will make sure that they cook smooth and evenly and don't have any cracks on top. If you're just starting out, making discs is the easiest, but once you've gotten a bit more confident, you can really make any shape and it will still come out smooth and with nice feet if you do it well. Just to explain feet, that's what they call the little speckly sides at the bottom of the cookie. Really, they don't actually do anything. They're just little bits of the dough that is cooked and popped out all the air, because the inside of a macaroon is hollow, mostly. So if you cook them well, the top makes a shell so that the air doesn't come out and there are no cracks, which is why the bottom has a lot of little dots, because that's where the air is coming out. If you don't get this the first time you make them, don't worry, it doesn't change the consistency or flavor of the cookie at all, actually. It's purely just for looks. And remember, if you're teaching someone to pipe for the first time, make sure they're comfortable. Make sure they know where to keep their hands. Squeeze gently at first to show them how easy it is to squirt a little out. Then show them how to create a nice steady stream and get down the circular motions. They'll be piping in no time. Once you're done piping, let the macaroons set for about 30 minutes. This will give them a shell or film, which keeps them from cracking as well. Also, if any of your macaroons do have tips on them, hit the baking sheet down on the countertop to try and smooth them out. Then we're going to cook our macaroons for about 13 minutes at 350, and you should turn them 90 degrees halfway through. Next, we're going to make our chocolate filling for the macaroons. Heat up 1/4 cup of milk. Once it's bubbling, add in 1/2 tablespoon of butter and melt it in. Once that's melted, add about 1 handful of bittersweet chocolate chips. Then just stir until everything is melted and combined. We didn't make a lot, but it was enough for all of our macaroons. If you're making a different flavor besides mint chocolate, you can use either jelly or custard or just frosting to fill in your macaroons. Let your macaroons cool for a bit once they get out of the oven, and match them up so that you have two sides which are vaguely the same size. Spoon a bit of the chocolate onto the macaroon, and then press its matching cookie on top. Depending on what filling you're using, if you want to add a little bit more without making the cookie look like it's overstuffed, since the macaroons are hollow, you can press into the flat side and create a sort of well to have extra filling without having all the extra space in between the two cookies. Just be gentle when you're doing this, because I tried it on a later batch and I broke a couple cookies trying to press into the bottom. Once you're done constructing the macaroons, you should let them set for a little bit, because otherwise the chocolate filling is pretty messy. But once they do set, they taste amazing, and they can be refrigerated and stored for a couple weeks or even months if you freeze them.
Okay, so we're back and we've made a couple more batches. We made one with orange, which just has a little bit of orange extract in the dough, and we filled it with orange marmalade. It's really tasty.
Delicious, yes.
And we've got these blue ones for Becca and Liana. They wanted to make us to make some blue ones with coconut, so we filled it with some coconut like glaze and frosting. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
These are just plain flavored with some coloring. And then we have the chocolate and mint ones.
Mm-hmm. Filled in Nutella and stuff. That's what we filled
Well,
it with,
just
right?
chocolate basically.
Oh, yeah.
But they're all really good, and you can see this one's a little fucked up, a little cracked. And that's still okay, because it still tastes fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, guys, these are hard to make, and it's hard to get the little feats every time. But even if you don't get them, or they're all cracked, or they look disgusting, and not all circles, and they
These
got
are
little peaks
not
and
really
everything, well, those are circles.
Okay, these are circles. The first batch we made came out perfectly.
Yeah.
And the rest is just like, we'll never live up to it.
Yeah. But they all still taste great.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really matter if you fuck up. As long as you do all the steps correct enough that they cook, it's still gonna be tasty.
It's not gonna kill you. Not at all.
So yeah, don't worry if yours come out kinda not French macaron perfect. You'll need to make it a bakery style, but you're still gonna taste great. That was good.
Oh wow, this coulis gone on the inside.
Yeah, I dropped those. Also, if you drop them, they still taste fine.
Mm-hmm.
The inside does look gooey, but
That's part of the charm.
I mean, the inside is always gooey. There's always just a big shell on top that you don't see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's part of the charm.
Yeah. Well, you said it like it's part of the charm that you dropped it, and you goofed up.
Oh, okay. You can see it. Tall inside.
Yeah. So you can see top half got all crushed and fell. This bottom half, perfect and nice. On the inside, they're both still gooey.
I mean, it's pretty amazing since I've never had one before we made them.
I think I've had them like once, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's Spatula Bachelor. See you guys. Okay. Fuck you. Damn it.